Savannah Chrisley confronts parents Todd and Julie over disconnect after their prison release. Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another video. I hope everyone's having a great day. Before watching the video, please subscribe and like it. Savannah Chrisley has been nothing but supportive of her parents, Todd Chrisley and Julie Chrisley, following their prison releases after being pardoned by Donald Trump. However, on the Tuesday, July 8 episode of her podcast, she got real about how she's really been feeling in the month since they've been home. I've never sat across from two people that I love more than anyone in this world and felt such a disconnect, Savannah told her parents. Todd was shocked and asked, "From both of us?" "Yeah," Savannah confirmed. "I don't know where it comes from, and it's something that I've got to figure out. But it's like, I know I love you more than anything in this world, but it just feels like there's a wall." View this post on Instagram. A post shared by Savannah Faith Chrisley Todd was receptive to. Savannah Chrisley has never shied away from speaking her truth, and once again she's stepping into an emotional spotlight as she bravely confronted her parents Todd and Julie Chrisley over what she described as a painful disconnect that has grown since their release from prison. The heart-wrenching moment came during a recent episode of her podcast, where emotions ran high and years of built-up tension came to a head in an honest and vulnerable family conversation. For the Chrisleys, who have lived their lives largely in the public eye, it was a rare moment of unfiltered truth as they opened up about what it has really been like to reunite after serving time behind bars. As Todd and Julie sat down beside their daughter in the familiar setting of the podcast studio, there was a different kind of energy in the air. Gone was the polished reality to perfection, replaced instead by raw emotion, unguarded expressions, and a level of honesty fans have rarely seen from the famous family. Savannah, who has taken on the role of guardian to her younger siblings during her parents' incarceration, wasted no time in addressing the emotional elephant in the room. She spoke with trembling strength about the growing distance she felt between herself and her parents, a sense that despite being physically back together, something fundamental had shifted in their bond. According to Savannah, she had held onto a vision of reunion that had helped her survive the darkest days. She imagined that once her parents were back, everything would feel whole again. But the reality she now faces is far more complicated. There is joy, certainly, in being reunited, but also confusion, sadness, and frustration at the emotional walls that still seem to linger between them. She told Todd and Julie that she no longer felt fully seen or understood by them, a revelation that stunned listeners and left even her parents speechless for a moment. Julie sat quietly for several seconds as Savannah's words hung heavy in the room. Finally, she responded, not with defensiveness, but with tears. She admitted that prison had changed her in profound ways, and that she was still trying to rediscover who she was outside those walls. She explained how she had retreated into herself during those long months behind bars in order to survive, and now that she was out, she often felt emotionally numb, a truth she hadn't even shared with Todd until that moment. She added that sometimes it's not that she doesn't care, but that she's still learning how to connect again, how to let people in, especially her own daughter. Todd, who has always been known for his bravado and larger-than-life personality, also showed a rare side of vulnerability. He acknowledged that he too had struggled to adjust since his release from prison, and while he tried to pick up where things left off, he realized that the world had moved on without him. He confessed that he felt like a stranger in his own home, and that at times he didn't know how to relate to the people who had once been his entire world, Savannah included. He told his daughter that he hears her and sees her, and that her pain breaks his heart more than she will ever know. The conversation soon turned toward the months they had spent apart, the nights Savannah cried herself to sleep, the pressure she felt trying to fill their roles as protector, parent, and public figure. All at once she revealed how she felt she had grown up in ways her parents might never understand, and how now she needed them, not just to return physically, but emotionally and spiritually too. Savannah broke down as she described moments when she felt invisible, even after their return, because she could no longer feel that deep, unconditional connection. Deeply moved by the candor of the moment, many took to social media to praise Savannah for her bravery in confronting such personal and painful truths, and for giving voice to the complicated realities that many families face after trauma. Some called it one of the most honest conversations they had ever heard from the Chrisleys, and many shared their own stories of reunions that didn't feel like healing, but like reopening old wounds. There was an overwhelming wave of empathy for Savannah, who had spent years holding it all together only to discover that healing is not instant and reconnection takes time and effort. From all sides, as the conversation continued, Todd admitted that he had underestimated the emotional damage caused not just by the prison sentence itself, but by the ripple effects on their family. He said that looking back, he sees now how Savannah was left to carry the weight of everyone's pain. While trying to hide her own, he told her that she shouldn't have had to be that strong, and that if he could take back one thing, it would be the burden she had to bear. In his absence, Julie added that watching her daughter step into such a demanding role from behind prison walls was both heartbreaking and awe-inspiring, and that she now understands the need to earn back that trust and closeness. The conversation didn't end with easy solutions or quick fixes. Instead, it left the family and listeners with a sobering sense of reality. Rebuilding a relationship after such a shattering experience is a process, not a moment. Savannah said she doesn't expect perfection, but she does need presence. She needs her parents to meet her where she is, to see who she has become, and not just who she was before everything fell apart. She emphasized that this isn't about blame, but about rebuilding, and that means having the hard conversations even when they hurt. Todd and Julie both promised to do better, to show up more fully, and to stop pretending that everything is okay when it's not. They thanked Savannah for being brave enough to say what needed to be said, and for giving them the opportunity to grow alongside her. They acknowledged that they can't undo the past, but they can choose how they move forward. And that means listening more, apologizing more, and loving each other in deeper, more honest ways. They said they want to earn her trust again, not assume it, and that this moment was a first step towards something real and lasting. The Chrisley family story has always been filled with ups and downs, public scrutiny, and private heartbreak. But this raw and emotional podcast episode marked a powerful turning point in their journey. It showed fans a side of the family they had never truly seen before, not the glamour, not the drama, but the humanity at the core of it all. It was about a daughter longing to feel close to her parents again, about parents realizing the emotional toll their absence had caused, and about a family trying to find its way back to each other in a world that keeps demanding their attention. What makes this moment especially poignant is that it reflects a broader truth about life after incarceration. Reunions are rarely simple, and healing is not guaranteed. Savannah's willingness to express her hurt while still holding space for her parents' own pain is a powerful example of emotional maturity and depth. That also serves as a reminder that even in the spotlight of fame, families struggle with the same deeply personal challenges as anyone else. Reconnection after trauma takes work, patience, and a commitment to honesty. No matter how uncomfortable the episode aired, Savannah has received an outpouring of support from fans, celebrities, and advocates alike. Many have praised her for starting a much-needed dialogue about the realities of post-incarceration family life. Some even called her a role model for using her platform not just for entertainment, but for truth and healing. Savannah responded with gratitude, but also a firm reminder that she's still in the middle of her own journey. She said she doesn't have all the answers, and that every day brings new challenges, but she is committed to staying open, vulnerable, and present with herself and with those she loves. As for Todd and Julie, they have both expressed their desire to continue unpacking the layers of their experience, not just for the sake of their family, but in the hopes of helping others who may be facing similar struggles. They said they never want to portray a false image of instant perfection, and that real growth means admitting mistakes, learning from them, and doing better every single day. They hope that by sharing their story, they can inspire others to have the tough conversations and to never give up on the people they love, no matter how difficult the road back may be. In the end, this emotional confrontation between Savannah and her parents is not a sign of weakness, but of strength. It is proof that love is not about never hurting each other, but about choosing to heal together. When the wounds come, it is about being brave enough to speak your truth, even when your voice shakes, and strong enough to listen with an open heart, even when it hurts. What the Chrisleys have shown the world is that family is not defined by ease or perfection, but by the willingness to keep showing up for one another again and again through every trial, heartbreak, and triumph they face. For Savannah, this may not be the reunion she imagined, but it is a beginning, one built not on illusion, but on honesty, and that may ultimately be what saves them all. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.